guys? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. I welcome you to come into these tarot readings with an open heart, an open mind, and a desire to better yourself. This is optional advice or guidance meant to motivate you, empower you, inspire you, and offer you confirmations on things that you are already thinking and feeling and sensing. If you don't resonate with the material that comes through, please push those messages aside. They may resonate for you at a later date, and they may not. Have faith it's going out to someone who needs to hear it, even if it is not you. Use your logic, your discretion, your discernment. Separate what is meant for you and what is not. I come at this with love and positivity, so please take that away here today. You are responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's try and have some fun. To get you some insightful messages, check out that box below for the decks I use, how to contact me for a personal, as well as my social media links. Welcome to the tea party. Let's read your tarot cards. What's up, Sag? Happy birthday and happy holidays. We're doing something new. I already pre-shuffled off camera. Your cards are already laid out. Let's hop in immediately and let me know if you like this style or if you prefer to see me pull all the cards out. We're going to do it this way this time. So, mid-monthly check-ins. Welcome to your December mid-monthly check-in. First card out the deck is Knight of Pentacles. So someone is searching for money, searching for lucrative opportunities. Either conflicting with that or contributing to the energy has to do with the Page of Wands, so communications. So this could be hoping to hear back from a job that you've applied to. The thing is, when this first came out, I sort of saw it as your ears perked up because you heard something. So that in itself seems like a very layered message, something you heard that you got excited about. That could literally be a sound or a piece of music or something caught your attention where it's like you came out from your little hole there and peeked your head up and be like, wait a minute, what is that? What was that I heard? So if it wasn't like literally a noise, it's almost like you felt this urge or this impulse to discover something. Something piqued your curiosity is what I see here. So for some of you, again, this may resonate in terms of, it could be someone that you met online and you connected with maybe on like a dating app or something, and it's got your attention. You're excited about it because you see value in it, right? So if it's not literally money that you're after, it's saying there's something there where there's substance to it. You see value in it. So that seems cool to me. We'll dig in deeper and see where this goes. In your past, possibly your recent history, you have the Empress. So this to me says ready and waiting. You're sitting there. And it's so funny, when I picked this card up, I heard Hawaii. I don't know why I heard that, I just did. But actually, now that I look at the scenery, maybe that's something to do with Hawaii. I don't know, are you planning a trip or a vacation? Maybe you heard from a relative or someone, something to do with Hawaii, Hawaiian music. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Empress represents the idea of frequently pregnancy, or the idea of something existing inside of you that needs to be unleashed, right? So a baby in metaphor could be a creative endeavor that it's like you're ready and waiting, you're ready to flex that muscle, but up until you heard, it's almost like a blowing of the whistle. It's like you were waiting for it to feel like the right time. And I think it has something to do with intuitively, you were like, I'm going to wait and I'm going to wait. Okay, now. So again, I am literally getting like an auditory cue, and maybe that's a ding on your phone, or maybe that's the ping in your inbox that, hey, come in for the interview. There was a period of gestation, of a period of waiting, of patience, really, is sort of what I'm getting with this. It could potentially represent a card of motherhood, maternity. So this could be an issue regarding your mother, or if you, Sagittarius, are a mother, it could have been a situation regarding your children. It is also Taurus and Libra energy. Most importantly, this is a card of Venus. It is a planet card, so it could have to do with your love life or something that, again, going after something you see great value in because you love to do it or you love to be with this person. Especially like a female energy. So, whether it's your best friend or your sister or your romantic partner, there could be, female energy you're interested in. It doesn't have to be, though. So then in your highest vibration, actually, you know what? I want to pull a clarifier on that. I'm just a little bit curious because I feel like the Empress has so much to it. We gotta narrow it down. I don't want to give you a super generalized message, so I'm just curious to see. Give me one more on, and again, it's the past, so I don't need to over clarify it, but just kind of a general, point me in the right direction of where most my Sages need to go for this reading. concern. So, okay, there was something where, again, I'm getting the timeline of it wasn't just right. Twiddling your thumb, something about passing time or killing time until it was, okay, maybe it has to do with a travel opportunity, until it was safe to go, until essentially like you were cleared, you got word that it was time to dig out from your hole. So I see a lot of you like nesting, being in a comfortable space, a comfortable home, but in a very Sagittarian-like fashion, getting a little bit antsy, wanting to mix it up and be like, okay, how long do we have to stay here? So it could have been even a job where it's like you had to take it just to have some income, but you were like, all right, I'm ready to make my moves elsewhere. I don't know what this communication is, but news comes to you and your ears perk up. So this says to me, Sagittarius, you have positive news coming in your way. That again, it's something you see value in, or it could be very positive in terms of your bank account. It could be an opportunity that is lucrative of some kind. But yeah, there was concern about the right time to move or the proper time to do something. I'm also getting there was a influence from a parent. Now, it could have been a mother or a father or a parental-like figure, no matter how old or young you are, right, Sagittarius? They were apprehensive on either what to tell you to do, or they were sort of negating what your impulses were telling you to do. Yeah, especially from a mother figure. I don't know if you were sharing stuff about your personal life, about your love life, about your career path. I'm getting, like a mother was like, it's almost like they were raining on your parade, weren't they, Sag? That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. Or you quite literally had to put this decision or action on delay because you were concerned about how it would impact your mother. That's another message coming through too. So maybe it's an opportunity where you have to move a great distance, but maybe your mother is ill or has trouble getting around, and it doesn't even have to be that. I don't predict anything scary. I'm not saying death or anything. I don't do that on my channel, but there was either concerns coming from your mother or you were concerned about your mother. That was causing the delay. And here's the thing. It may have caused a delay without you even having to do anything. Energetically, you were giving off a vibe, again, without you even knowing that something about my mom needs me right now. And so the universe was like, wait, everybody wait, like nobody communicate with Sag because I don't want to pull them away from something that needs to be discussed with the mother. Okay, so again, that's very general, but I hope that makes sense to some of my Sagittarians out there. So then let's look at this. In the highest vibration, when you're firing on all cylinders, when you're incorporating, your thoughts, your actions, your intentions, your passions, your intuition, your communication skills, when everything comes together and you are Sagittarius vibing high, your highest vibration tells you, like the answer or the key to this is potentially the Page of Cups. Now, it did come out in reverse, so I will take that into consideration. A few of your cards came out in reverse, but anyway, we'll get there. So Page of Cups, again, there could be a parent-child dynamic somehow woven into the storyline here. Pages are typically students or children or needing to finesse a skill or work on some sort of skill in what you might ask, something in the cup suit. So that would be your love and relationships, your empathy, your compassion, your spirituality, your healing, your abilities to heal yourself and others, as well as potentially something creative or again, something to do with the family, the house, the home, which is definitely what I'm getting here. Even the message of like this alone, it's like he was popping out of his little hole, his little burrow. So I just keep wanting to say you were waiting on word that it was safe to leave home. You were waiting on some sort of communication that was pulling you away from a comfort zone or a safety zone or possibly traveling away from a mother or away from a family member. So then let's talk about this, Sag, because I'm going to be honest, this is confusing me a little bit. In the upright, I would say you knew in your highest vibration it was to have a sense of like stick-to-itiveness about, all right, let's put this in order of priority, and right now my priority is this. So if you did indeed have something to settle with a mother, or I'm just going to say something regarding the family unit, I think if you were patient but also put in the work, you're going to see movement in that. But the highest vibration to me here says you don't need to be the child anymore. You don't need to be the student. So maybe this is quite literally exercising your voice of authority of, Mom, I'm 30 years old. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Maybe it's that. Because in the reverse, I almost see it as taking back an offer. The Page of Cups can also represent flirtation. It can sometimes represent apologies. We know it has to do with our emotions, right? But it's small. It's not the knight. It's not movement. It's not the queen. It's not receptive. It's not the king. It's not aggressive. It's something like I have a little bit. I frequently see pages page cups as sort of lacking confidence, if that makes sense. So again, it could be lacking confidence to go after some sort of career or opportunity that, again, I'm sensing there's doubt regarding a maternal figure in your life. It could even be concern about starting a family with someone, about becoming a mother, or about marrying someone who's to be the mother of your children, right? Something of the sort. Sagittarius, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm stuck on this page. Why is... So yeah, coming up in your hopes and fears, again, it's the same message. Do I leave my tribe? Do I leave my house? Do I uproot myself and move somewhere else? The thing is, I have to be honest, this is similar to your bonus birthday reading. I'm not trying to shoot for the same messages. In fact, I'm really going to try and push this in a different direction just so I can connect with different ones of you out there. But I do see a repeat message of feeling anchored to stay somewhere when your calling says you're meant to swim freely. It's like you're not meant to almost like be a beached whale. The idea of like this heavy energy of I'm just sitting here and, I'm even getting the idea if I'm eating too much or I'm drinking too much and like I'm just trying to get through this winter. But it's like you want to go play, quite literally, right? There's a playfulness to the pages. Sorry, my computer is the worst. Anyway. It's almost like your heart is calling you away, but your practicality, your loyalty to a family or to a friend or to a job is like stay. The thing is, I don't know how long that's going to last though. So if you are feeling like I'm stuck and I want to pursue this, but I feel like I can't, it's almost like your hands are tied, which FYI, Two of Swords is coming up. That's exactly what that is. What you have coming into you in the near future is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new opportunity. And look how it involves motion. You have several cards, I haven't even gotten here yet, indicating you're going to up and move. So I don't know if that causes you anxiety or that's a sense of excitement of what's on the horizon for you. The thing I feel, the duality of some of my Sagittarians aren't ready for that because it's not practical right now. And others of you are like, oh, thank God, because like I need to mix it up. I'm getting very antsy here. So to that, I'm going to say, however, whatever your gut reaction is, you need to analyze why that is, because it could be that this is some sort of pattern that you are like, if you're constantly just chomping at the bit and very anxious and antsy and I need to get up and do something, maybe universe is trying to instill you with a sense of value in what is calm, in a peaceful environment and not having to be, life on the treadmill type vibe. And vice versa for others of you who are, I'm trying to phrase this in a way that makes sense, but if you're constantly living your life on a treadmill, universe is trying to get you to slow down. If you have become more passive or lethargic or kind of lost your zest for life, universe may be throwing an opportunity at you where in your mind it's like, well, this is a very inconvenient time. It's not a good time for me to do this. Doesn't mean you shouldn't take advantage of it. I'm sort of getting kind of the classic tarot thing of like, don't let your fears be behind the driver's seat of your car. Make sure it's you vibing at your highest level. Maybe it's incorporating both. Maybe it's responsibly dealing with your role in the family, whether you are a caretaker for a parent or whatever this is. I'm getting that it's like your loyalty versus your fun life. Those two seem to be at a head, and maybe this is saying, can you do both? Can you still maintain your title as the caring, compassionate, kind child or parent, whatever it is, but also, can we have a little sense of fun here, right? Do you see this little sea lion? He's like zooming through the ocean waves and he's playful and he's having fun. That is not to be neglected. There's definitely a huge pull here look for new opportunities that provide you excitement. For some of you, I think, and this isn't for all of you, but I think there's a key message here of if you go from one thing to another because you quickly burn out, there might be the universe trying to instill in you a sense of stillness. That's really what I'm getting. Rather than uprooting yourself in a relationship or to a new home or to a new state or whatever it is, it's like as there are opportunities around you, you just have to find the avenues of fun. Because I don't know, Sag. This is complicated. You blaze through opportunities too quickly. And you guys know I come at this with love and compassion, but I can be a little bit blunt with you guys, right? It's like, especially in romantic relationships, it's like you hone in on someone, and in metaphor, because cups are love, it's like you suck up all the water and then you're full and then you're like, on to the next one. There's something about, can we just stay here for a minute? Can we appreciate the stillness of life right now? And in a sense, 2020 has been a crazy year. Is it possible that the whole point of this year is to just press pause and to enjoy the pause? There's a million reasons why it's inconvenient, or why we're not enjoying it, or, I'm bored, or I wish I had this, and I want to see my friends, and I want to go out to the bar. But maybe that's exactly what the universe is trying to get you to see, is that you're not appreciating the simplicity of life when, 2020 kind of came in full force. Are you spending enough time with your family? Are you playing with your kids? Are you taking them outside to throw the baseball around? Or there's such a dynamic here of family, of mother and child. If you've been at a distance, maybe you're being asked to close that gap. I'll be honest, Sag, and again, I don't do fear-based readings. I do see a shift in the household where either you're moving out from your mother, or you're moving in with her, or she's moving in with you. And again, I don't know if it has to do with illness or money and finance. It could easily be, someone lost a job. So I see something in the changing of a household, but it's to bring family closer together. Or if you're having to leave your family for a job opportunity, it's saying you need to make sure you keep the lines of communication open with them, because there's something very important to be valued about family time right now. And almost like this generational ancestry of wisdom that's being passed down. Some of you may be moving in with a soulmate, or considering moving in with a romantic partner, to combine households. I'm getting that you talk yourself out of these opportunities, though. Okay, so again, this is not for everybody. You guys have to put it in context of if it makes sense for you. You have an option of either staying where you are, or staying with your roots, with your upbringing, with your family, or going after leaving. I'm almost getting the familiar, the status quo. Neither opportunities are bad. Here's the thing. There's something to be gained out of both of them. But again, right now, in this very moment, in this energy reading, which fluctuates, energy fluctuates. It's not always going to be this way. But right now, for those looking for confirmation of is it time, I'm sort of getting, the knight trumps the page. The knight is better. And do you see how the knight is turning back into the cave? So again, the house, the home, the family, the status quo. I'm not saying you guys are going to have to stay here forever, but there's an important message of, would you rather be the page or the knight? Just simply by definition of cards, you'd rather be the knight. He ups the page. So there's a small opportunity to leave the cave, leave the family, leave the comfort zone, and pursue the page. It's not bad. It's a page of pentacles. It's stable. It's solid, but it's small. Pages, children, small, students, apprentice, that type of vibe. Or you could stay a little bit longer and do something very constructive, or even build your bank account financially by staying in this, I'm going to say possibly a little bit boring place. But in the long run, I think it's going to add more value to your life to, again, take a breath. Take it easy on yourself. And I hope this message isn't disappointing, but the message stands. So, like it or hate it, it is what it is. I almost think universe is saying, I know you're tempted to leave because you're getting bored, but turn back around. Go back in, and at least it's almost like hibernate. It's not going to last forever. It's seasonal, but I see a season of waiting for communication. It's interesting. Now that I'm looking at this, you have 3 pages. So it's like any excuse to get away from this like lethargic, slow, boring energy. You're like, oh, that one? Like I'm literally hearing dings on your phone. It's like you're waiting for a date or you're waiting for a job interview. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with pursuing it, but not if you have to uproot your entire life to go be with that person, or not if you have to uproot your life to, I don't know, fill in the blank. Here's the thing. Even if it's a job offer, but they're like, hey, you have to move to our city. If it's a paid job offer, again, I mean, called to say you can do better. This is such a message of don't jump at the first opportunity you see, because you may be settling for something that is below your value or below your worth. I just keep wanting to refer you back to this in summation. You can go, if you're this little like goat fella or whoever this is, got any Capricorn in your chart, right? If you're the mountain goat, you can go for this Page of Pentacles, but what about the Knight? The Knight is bringing change and movement. The Page is standing still. The Knight is bringing change of movement, but ironically, it's going back in the cave where you already started. It's going back to the household. It's going back to this energy of sitting and waiting. But see, I think that's your perspective of it. I think currently you're in a mind state where it feels like you're twiddling your thumbs and you're not accomplishing anything. What are you being asked to accomplish in your current environment, in your home, at your current job? Again, it's not saying you're going to be there forever. You're not. But earth energy, which you have a lot of, by the way, it's slow. It's a very slow process, right? You can't force the baby to come out. You organically, divine timing, something good will come of it, which, by the way, that's what this is in your near future. But yeah, for a lot of you who you're moving on impulse because you're antsy and it's like you're looking to shake it up, that's not the correct way to deal with this. I could even see the Page of Cups as, yes, be playful, but don't self-sabotage of leaving behind something that it's almost like creating your stability is what's most important here, especially money. If you have a lot of paychecks coming in from, say, unemployment or something, it's like, again, in metaphor, of course, rather than blowing that on like a new, I don't know, video game system, or I don't know, whatever you young kids are using nowadays. It sounds so old. Rather than blowing that money on something dumb, save that money. Create a support system for yourself. Create stability by saving your money a little bit. I know you don't want to live with your mother. I know you don't want to live with your sister. Whatever it is, understand though the value that you're getting from that is that you're building up your bank account, or whatever it is, you're building up your health, your body, your strength. By doing that thing that it's a little bit boring, it's a little bit dull, it's a little bit annoying, you're setting yourself up for future success. So maybe this is saying, yes, find avenues of fun, but don't up and leave something that's quite literally offering you a stream of income or providing for you in a very important way that's setting you up for future success. There's a lot of children here, Sag. So I don't know if this talks about a childlike mentality of something new, something bright, something shiny. I want to go chase it. Maybe it's saying, can we act with more maturity rather than falling into old habits of being the page, always being, the student and curious. And that's great. That's a beautiful energy. But it's almost like you're being asked, where are you meant to mature in this situation? You're no longer the page, you're the knight. But I think your past impulses tell you, like page mentality, like literally a new communication. Ooh, what's that? Like, what is that? What is that Pixar movie I'm seeing? Is it Doug from, what is that movie with the house and the balloons? Up? I don't know. I'm almost getting like ADD, and I certainly don't mean to be insensitive because some of you may literally have that. And again, so I'm not attacking you. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, even if you don't, more likely you don't, but there's this activity in your brain where it's wired to be like all over the place. What's new? What's this? What's that? And so I think it's just saying like, can we just maintain what we've already started to build a little bit longer before we up and quit or up and leave? Because ultimately, and I'm not a tarot reader who says this frequently, especially if you follow my channel, I never want to be like, stay stagnant, change nothing, be happy with what you have. You should always be growing and constantly developing and searching for new opportunities. I'm getting the opposite message, though, is that you always end up searching for new opportunities and abandoning something that could be really good for you. Can we hone in on what we currently have and build upon that? And I do want to say, before we up and move somewhere else, it's not to say you can't do that in the future. And here's the thing. I feel like for a lot of you, your mother has told you this. What is that expression? Oh, I don't know, whatever. I feel like a lot of your mothers or some sort of a figure of authority who I think in the past you've been very quick to dismiss and be like, yeah, okay, mom. there's sort of this element of them wanting what's best for you, but you see it as impeding on your freedom, your ability to thrive and travel and move and explore and discover. That's not the point. This person is trying to set you up for success by making you realize you don't have to up and leave things when they get boring. Sometimes you have to have it like a stick-to-itiveness to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. So, Sag, I mean, that message is pretty clear to me. I know a lot of you don't like this message, but it still stands. That's really what I'm seeing here. So let's flip the switch and go a more positive route with this. I do think that's incredibly valuable to you. I think you guys really need to examine that message. What's coming into Sagittarius? The thing is, I think you're going to be able to move eventually, but is it the right time? You know, I don't know that your timeline, but is it the right timeline now? Generally speaking, the cards are saying, can we just hold on a little bit longer? And the thing is, you know this too. This is not something new. You've been contemplating this. You don't want to go back in that cave. It's boring. You know, you want to travel across the ocean. You want to sail. You want to be free. You want to ascend the mountain higher. Universe is saying, go back in your tunnel. I'm kind of kidding, but not. It's not time. Be practical about this decision. And I really am getting, this is about saving your money so that you can afford to do something big and grandiose in the future. Jupiter energy, right, Sag? Tell me about what's coming in. Someone may be coming to, move in with you. And again, it might be a parent or someone in your family. So much earth energy. Earth is the slowest moving, right? I know, Sag, that's rough. All right, so something with an Aquarius. You may have an Aquarius coming to visit you or coming to see you. This is also a major arcana of wish fulfillment, hopes, dreams, wishes coming true. It sometimes is a card of like celebrity or being in the spotlight, you know, the star, right? So just saying, if you're pursuing an acting degree, or I'm sorry, if you're pursuing a career in acting and you're like, maybe I'll just move to New York, maybe I'll just move to LA. I wouldn't do it now, but universe might be saying, hey, in 3 months, you're going to get a call back. So just, it's like, be patient. Enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the lull that life is offering to you right now, because it is for your best and highest good in the long run. Yeah, literally. Sagittarius, you're going to get to move. You're going to get to fly again. Literally, your card here is showing up. This is Sagittarius. This is about patience and balance. Temperance, passing one cup of water back and forth to the next. And again, I see this as you guys spinning your wheels. It's like, I've been doing this for 3 years. I am sick of this. I want to up and leave this job. I'm not moving. I'm getting fat, you know, like I'm sitting here doing nothing and it's driving me nuts. You don't understand. There was something very valuable for you to learn in this period of contemplation and stillness. The thing is, you're not completely still. There is something that you've been working on, and maybe it's just your mental health. Maybe it's your bodily health. Maybe you've been exercising or eating differently or spending more time with your family, building closer connections to the one you're most loyal to. There has been something that you've been working on, but I don't think you're seeing the physical evidence of it, and so you're getting frustrated. Again, there's this, I just want to take flight. Universe is saying, I got a really good opportunity where you can take flight, so hold on. Hold your damn horses, Sagittarius. That's what I see here. You may have a Sagittarius or an Aquarius that you're looking to connect with or looking to get in touch with, looking to move towards, or vice versa, looking to have someone move in with you. If your wishes and dreams are travel and possibly, I'm even going to say dating, like Cupid's love arrows, your wish will be granted. But it might not happen in the timeline that you're hoping for. So rather than block your blessings entirely, trust the universe. Put your faith in the divine that something good is coming in for you. Finally, I feel like we got some traction on the Sagittarius. This was a lot for me. Like, I was looking at this like, what is going on here? So I hope this makes sense to some of you. Anyway, so how you see yourself. 2 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. You see yourself moving from one fun opportunity to another. And you will. You will. Because I'm almost getting this idea of like Tetris. Life is a game. And it's something about like things stacking up and up and up and then they just kind of fall. I feel like that's a great metaphor for you jumping too soon at opportunities that maybe you didn't totally plan or think through entirely. I'm not saying lose your zest for life. That's something I so admire about Sagittarians, is that generally speaking, you guys approach any situation or opportunity with like, well, this could be fun. Let's try it. Like, again, that optimism. And I don't mean naivete or whatever that word is. Not a naiveness of like, everything's great, everything's wonderful, don't worry about it. Because I don't think that's you. I think you are very practical and plan things out. But you have this lighthearted energy of like, well, let's just make the most of it, or let's make the best of it. And I think that is amazing. I think you need to apply that philosophy to what is current, to what you have already built, rather than thinking the grass is always greener. Interesting. That's making a lot of sense now, isn't it? There's something to be valued at where you're at now. I almost see it's like you know you've outgrown this shell, the hermit crab, right? Anyone with strong Cancer in their chart, Cancer moons, Cancer risings, intuitively you feel it. I'm not meant to stay here. I'm being called elsewhere. You're absolutely right. Universe knows that too, but not yet. There's something you're not seeing about this. So understand you are meant to grow and transform. You will not be stuck in this household or with this person or at this job forever. But I'm just getting... You're wandering off and there's still something left in that cup to be discovered. It's almost like there's one final piece of the puzzle that you're meant to solve, for lack of a better term, before you uproot yourself and leave this dynamic. Something that would provide you mental clarity and peace of mind. Six of Swords is an excellent card of we're moving right along, right? Smooth sailing from here. We're getting out of treacherous rocky waves and onto, the calmness of the shoreline, right? Across the pond. Some of you may be wanting to travel long distance. You see how there's like a winding river through that card? Again, there is potential for travel in your future, but there's a few more literally swords to sort through. There's a few more thoughts. There's a few more ideas. For some reason, this to me is speaking about mending a bridge or a gap or an awkward situation with someone in your life, very likely a family member. I'm seeing the Six of Swords, which is about mental clarity and peace of mind, but do you see how they're separated right now? There's Three of Swords on each side. Y'all know the Three of Swords, right? It's the classic heart with three swords and daggers sticking through it, right? It's that card of anxiety or pain or depression or heartbreak or feeling some type of way, right? I know you guys don't like that. We don't like to be all up in our feels in a negative space, right? Again, this is saying you may be running from a situation where you need to bring healing to something or someone in your life so that you can close out the cycle with completion. Rather than leaving like loose ends or things untied, I think universe is purposely keeping you in this space and this environment, even though you want to roam free and you're so excited to go off on some journey or opportunity or go catch up with a friend who lives at a distance or whatever it is, you will get to do that. Your wishes will be granted, but you have to do right by the divine and understand why they're keeping you in this cycle. And I don't know the answer, Sag, because it's different for all of you. This is a general reading on YouTube. But I can tell you, for most of you, it has to do with this Three of Swords energy between you and someone else, possibly an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have a lot of earth. You have like Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Taurus and Libra. It could also be a Libra. Or even an Aquarius. This is a card of Aquarius. It doesn't really matter the zodiac sign, though. Do you get what it's like? You're right in between. Who in your life needs to mend fences with you? Or if you burned a bridge and it's bothering you, you're still holding on to that energy. Is there something where you guys can bring peace and harmony and unity to it? Even if it's not romantic. Again, even if this is platonic or familial. This has to do with bringing healing to a relationship that you either neglected, or it could be that your mother is trying to heal something with you and you are very, it's almost like you've rejected the idea of being their child. Again, there could be a quarrel between parent and child, no matter which one you are. There might be something. Yeah, that's what that is. I don't know how else to say it. You may have not had the most happy upbringing as a child. You may have had a conflict or a quarrel with a parent over and over and over again. It could be that your karmic lesson of 2020 is hunkering down and being with family, and even that family member who drives you nuts. It's like, well, rather than allowing it to drive you nuts and continue on to be that way, can we finally, it's more than nip it in the bud. Can we abolish this pain in the ass energy between the two of you? And again, mend fences. I'm even going to say it to you like this. I said the same thing to Pisces. Even if you don't love this person, you don't have to love them, you don't have to like them, but if they're family, it would be nice if you guys could work together in a sense where you guys don't drive each other nuts or are constantly fighting and, fighting fire with fire. Can we bring some sense of peace and equilibrium to it? A lot of you are wanting to move to be with a romantic partner. And again, for a lot of you, universe is saying, I got you, boo. Don't worry about it. But do what I need you to do first. It's like, you do one for me, Sag, I'll do one for you. That's what the universe is saying to you here. All right, so then how do other people see you? The Hanged Man in reverse. They see you as needing to change your perspective on a matter, but I have to be honest, Sag, this is saying that someone or some situation around you, it's requiring you to be a little bit more gentle and to see things from another perspective. And to be very honest here, Sagittarians can have this dogmatic approach where my preachings are the preachings, so you all need to listen to me, whether you're spiritual or not, right? Do you understand? It's like you can be very hot-headed or aggressively defending your approach to something when if you're in the wrong, you may be very defensive to even considering that. And I can already feel the aggression in some of you when I say that. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, you know, clearly you're not doing too much right now. You got a little bit of extra time. So that thing that's nagging at you or bothering you that it's much easier to run away from, if it is time to confront it, maybe it would be easier to confront it with a new approach. If you've always confronted this person with anger and aggression or victimization, poor me, why did you treat me that way? Again, I'm not saying that's not valid, but flip the switch, flip the script. It's almost like put yourself in the other person's shoes so that you have a greater perspective on this. Because again, the healing angel, the angel of love, there's cups that are trying to be blended here, but do you see how in this it's like you're rejecting them? It's easier to not have to deal with it because it's uncomfortable, because it's tricky, because it's like Tetris. It's like you're almost holding your breath that you're going to make it and then it crumbles. This could be a relationship that you're constantly at odds with, whether it's romantic or platonic. It's like we're building, and then they say that one thing that really needles me and it's just like it combusts. You need to change your perspective on this. And ultimately, the Hangman will usher in this beautiful transformation that sets you free. You're free to fly again. It's almost like in metaphor, you have a damaged wing, and rather than trying to fly with a broken wing, it's like just heal it. Just mend it. That could be literal for some of you. I don't predict scary stuff, but you may have broken a leg or an arm or had something in a cast or, you know, something could have happened like medically where, again, for most of you, you will heal from it. But there's a period of waiting, and it's like, make the most out of your time. If the universe is saying, we're slowing down, don't fight it. In fact, the more you fight it, you're setting yourself up for defeat. Again, there's like a childlike mentality of more, gimme, let's do something fun. Like, I don't want to clean my room, I don't want to do the dishes, I want to have fun, I want to go play baseball. Again, in metaphor, right? It's like, you gotta do the chores. You gotta do the chores at home or the chores in your relationship. You gotta clean the dirty dishes. Then things are gonna start to change. Things are gonna start to fall into place. And you need to do it confidently too. Again, you need to be compassionate and empathetic. It would help to watch the way you communicate. This is a card of Mercury, which is again information, intelligence, communication, messages. It's not that you need to honor your truth. You need to honor what's inside of you and things that you need to say or advocate or communicate. However, it's saying, can you do it in a different approach? Can you still honor your truth and your integrity and your morals and your ethics and your philosophies, but in a way that doesn't almost like talking down to your person rather than preaching to them? Can you come at like mutual grounds, mutual territory, so that not only are you speaking, are you also listening? The Hanged Man doesn't speak. It's a card of wisdom from around him. Whereas like, I'm trying to give a good example. The High Priestess is about internal communication. The Hanged Man is about external communication, looking at what's going on around you and picking up from the environment knowledge that will help inspire or encourage this transformation in your life. So I actually think this is a really beautiful message of you can talk, but you also need to listen. And I'm going to be honest, Sag, that might be something that you have not put enough stock into in the past. Be a good listener. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Make sure you're absorbing what your person is trying to tell you, because the thing is, that's why this has struggled to get better or to heal or mend fences, because you both are very headstrong. You both are very like my way or the highway, or I mean, it's going to be a little bit different, but there's something about it where when you guys come together, there isn't like a let's work together. It's like, let me say what I need to say. And then your person does the same. And then I am sort of getting this. And then it doesn't go anywhere. Someone makes a gesture to, hey, do you want to talk about this? Do you want to mend it? And the other person's like, no. And they walk away. These two need to get on the same page. Do you see how one is like begging the other to like work with me, talk with me, love me? You may need to go and visit someone in their home and have a very important conversation that's going to help bring healing to the relationship. What is this Two of Swords, please? So your advice or guidance is the Two of Swords. Again, it's about balance and patience. It's a card of Libra energy. Libra are the scales. Equilibrium. Equilibrium in a partnership. Compatibility. Not compatibility. What is the term? Oh, I lost my knowledge there. Reciprocity. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. You get what you give. So whatever you're giving, if you're not satisfied by it, maybe you need to give a little more or give a little less. Maybe you need to draw more boundary lines with how you interact with this person. You have such positive things coming in. These 4 cards are absolutely incredible. Like some of my favorite cards in tarot. You have really good things coming in. Ask yourself how you can earn these from the universe. If this is the light at the end of the tunnel, if this is the reward, your wish is coming true, or movement forward with that person, what do you have to do to get there? And do it in a way, if you've already tried this a million times and you're spitting out, what is the piece that you're missing? What is that last missing piece of the puzzle where it actually sticks the landing this time, or it actually works? Don't run from your problems. That has been a huge message in this too. It sounds so harsh and aggressive when I'm like, stop lying to yourself. But more or less, when this comes up, this is like my liar, cheater, thief card. For most of you, I don't think this is romantic. I have to be honest. This to me is saying it's like it's easier to run. You're absolutely right. But that doesn't mean that you're clear of the baggage. You're absolutely not, because you're still thinking about this. There's such like an indecision of, should I stay or should I go? Should I try and talk to them or should I just up and leave? I'm going to say this. Whatever your system of approach has been that hasn't been working, you need to change it. Drastically change it so that you can manifest a new beginning. And with, 12 to 13 going to the death card, the ending, you can kill off this old pattern of behavior or this old way of interacting with someone where it was, again, aggressive or annoying or just, again, this very likely has to do with your mother. I have to be honest. You need to bring healing to it. Don't run from your problems, because you're collecting the wounds that they're going to cause later. And it's going to give you anxiety. You guys always get the 9 of Swords. Knock wood, I don't see it here. But look, the 2 and the 7, 9 of Swords. That's about overwhelming thoughts and anxiety, where it's like you're giving up your power to the negative outcomes. You're anticipating the potential disaster of it before it's even happened. I think there's a huge apprehension to really confront and face this person. And to be honest, Pisces had the exact same thing. So you might be dealing with a Pisces. It doesn't have to be, or an Aquarius, an Aquarian Pisces cusper. So this is so beautiful, Sag. I love this. Be the bigger person, aim a little higher. Your potential outcome for this is 3 of Pentacles, which again, earth energy. You guys build something together. You complete the archway. You mend the fence. You bridge the gap. So there's established balance and harmony now. So even if this is a parent situation and you decide to move across the country from them, at least you know you're leaving on good terms. There isn't this, well, I abandoned them because we got in this huge fight and now I'm going to move to this new city. But it's almost like you need their emotional support. There's something about this relationship where this person really does want the best for you. They just may have a very blunt or aggressive way of sharing that with you. And I do feel like that you feel like this person criticizes you a lot. This person's very critical of your approach to life. Is it me? Is it this tarot reading? You're like, you're being very critical of me right now. You're right, I am. Tough love, Sag. Come on, that's what I'm here for. Anyway, this is beautiful. If this is your outcome, this is positive. This is positive, positive, positive. This could be mother and child and, mother and father and child, or same-sex partnerships, whatever. There's a community. There's a harmony in the group dynamic again. And look at this. This is cool. Then you get to pack up your stuff and leave. And also, if you're not planning on leaving the location or the area, which some of you aren't, it's saying you don't have to carry around this bullshit anymore. Like, again, these old habits or these old patterns, which the thing is, I think you're carrying around the mental baggage of it, the heaviness, because it's rattling you in your mind. It's going to feel like a weight has been lifted because you did something that either you were scared to do or you weren't sure how it would go. It put strength, quite literally, strength as the card here. It brought strength to a relationship. Oh, okay. Are you dealing with a Leo? Is it fire and fire? Is that what's going on here? It could be. I do see some of you picking up and moving your stuff. And maybe you've already done that. Maybe you got kicked out of mom's house, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe you kicked your brother out of your apartment because he was a freeloader and you guys always fought. Even if that's the case, I think you're being asked to mend fences. This is beautiful, Sag. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of assessment, but move forward with love. Again, the broken wing metaphor, before you try and fly with a busted arm or a broken wing, mend it, heal it, then by all means take off and live your best life. There's something here the universe is trying to get you to see. So the longer you avoid it, Sag, the longer the universe is going to keep you here. If you put your best foot forward and make an effort to bring healing or whatever the situation is that it's much needed, it's overdue, you're going to see movement in this relationship and in your personal life, in your spiritual growth a lot faster, okay? All right, let's pull you an oracle card. Gosh, that took me a minute. I hope you guys made it this far. It is a really beautiful message. All right. Let's wrap it up for Sagittarius. Oracle card. Victim consciousness. Interesting. And the 12, which we were talking about as the hanged man, flipping the perspectives, flipping the switch, looking at something from a different perspective, right? The hanged man is quite literally upside down on the tree limb, right, in the traditional tarot. And it is about, rather than being so like my way or the highway, putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Because here's the thing, and I don't mean to be insensitive. Some of you went through something insanely, what is the right word? Traumatic. In a relationship with a parent or with a child, something you probably should never have had to go through. However, you did. I don't know the exact circumstances. I'm trying to be very gentle with this because for some of you, this is something major and severe that happened. I'm sort of wanting to say, as much as you see yourself as a victim, whether this is warranted or not, so does that other person. And so, gosh, I have like a scenario coming to mind, but I don't know how to totally express it where it makes sense. I think you're being asked to consider who's the victim here. And flat out, for some of you Sagittarians, it was you. But ultimately staying in victimhood, it's allowing you to run from your problems and not feel bad about it when that's what's got you stuck in the situation in the beginning. So staying in victimhood only serves you for about that length of time. Ultimately, it's about finding strength in what happened to you and coming out on the other end a new person, a changed person. You went through it and it was probably a very shitty situation. However, it's made you who you are today. And I am getting, Sag, like you're a force to be reckoned with. You're incredible. You've had to do some major, major healing. And I don't know if this applies to all of you, but I am getting a storyline where this person on the opposite end of your feud or opposition, it's probably a Gemini, right? No. Gemini or Scorpio is coming through on this card, or Pisces. They also view themselves as a victim. And again, I'm not sure it's tit for tat, like they did that to me, well, you did that to me. There could have even been like a third party involved here where, I don't know, there was a puppet master, there were strings being pulled. Ultimately, both of you are very unsatisfied with what went down. So that is a perfect opportunity to heal it. And ultimately, as we were saying, 12 to 13, 12 being the hanged man, new perspective, changing your perspective, changing the storyline, refusing to see yourself as a victim anymore. Again, you can, but what good is it doing you? Choosing to see yourself as, I'm not a victim. They tried to make me one, but I'm not. Like, fuck that shit. I'm strong. I'm not allowed to swear. Gotta watch that. Changing the script of not being the victim, it leads to card 13, which is the death card. There can be an ending to an old karmic cycle that you don't need anymore. This karmic cycle that it's like it's been a weight on your back. Everywhere you go, you carry this around with you. You get to relieve yourself of this when there's a stick-to-itiveness of, I'm going to heal this relationship. If it's not healing the relationship, it's making it right by your standards so that you're no longer running from it. This is about confronting it head on and being like, listen. Talking about it. Mercurial energy, the magician. There's a very good chance that you and this person or this scenario can build from this and continue to grow and quite literally support one another. Do you see how the arch is supported by the pentacles? Again, it's going to be different for some of you. That's not necessarily, you may never want to engage with this person again, but Spirit is still asking you to do the internal work, the internal building, and to move away from victim mode. I know that's a harsh message, and I am trying to be sensitive because, again, some of you went through some crazy shit or stuff. Sorry. Staying in victim mentality is not helping you. It's hindering your growth and progress. And we know you want to fly, so allow yourself to do that, right? Do the work, Sag. Whew, Sag, always hitting me with the heavy readings. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful to you. These are deeper readings. I'll do some lighthearted little sips mini love tarot next time. I hope you guys had a really great birthday. I hope you have a great holiday season, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Last thing, if you're still here, I did mix up the way I did this time. I pulled cards off camera so that we could hop right in and start reading versus seeing me shuffle the cards, which takes up a lot of time. So let me know if this method works for you. If you like it, if you dislike it, that's fine if you don't like it, but let me know why. I know some people do like to see me and, transfer their energy onto the cards, and that's fine. I'm kind of into this, to be honest, so I'm curious to see what you guys think. So yeah, chime in where you see necessary, and yeah, thanks. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.